Hi, I'm Janice Banther, and today we're going to talk about what doulas do when their clients happen to have panic attacks. It may be that your mom has never had a panic attack before in her life, and she might have one just because she's in a very unusual situation, not where she's used to being. Or it could be that she does suffer from panic attacks. Panic attacks can be either learned behavior, be your environment, or it can also be hereditary. They're not really quite sure exactly where they do come from. But we do know that about 1 in 4 people do suffer at some time in their life with a panic attack. Having them in labor, or before labor starts, or before we're getting ready for a cesarean birth is extremely common, and has happened with me with births before, where a woman is being set up for a cesarean. They've actually called me to come in early than what they normally would to help a mom calm down, in their words, to calm down. So we're going to be going over what can you do for your mom who has panic attacks. You need to use all your senses to be able to help them. You need to be able to use their sense of feel, their sense of touch, their sense of smell, everything that you can do. One of the things that's very good to do is first find out if they like this. If they don't like it, it's not going to work very good. But use some type of an essential oil. This is called Peace and Calming. You can use lavender. You can use any other kind, even like a tangerine. And what you want to do is just take this, make sure they like it ahead of time. Like, try this out, say, do you like this smell? When you're at a prenatal visit, and then just put some on a cotton ball or cotton things, dab it on there. And what you're going to want to do is put it in a Ziploc bag, and then put that in another Ziploc bag, because the smell does seep out, and it may smell up an area where you don't want to smell up, or they may not want to smell at that time. Have this in your pocket and ready just in case your mother does have panic attacks, or in situations where you can get to this quickly. Obviously, if you're getting ready for a cesarean birth, have this in one of the pockets you can reach into inside whatever outfit that they have you wear at the hospital for a cesarean birth. Another one is really good, is a rubber band. Take it and let them know that they're going to feel this, but put it on their arm, opposite arm, if they do happen to have an IV, and just pop it like that. It's a sense of feel. What they're having problems with is the what if. What if this happens? What if that happens? And that's how panic can really start, is what if. And the what if can go way down the road. So what you have to do is bring them back to the here and now. That's why if you change the senses around them by the smell of the essential oil on the cotton ball, or else by taking a rubber band and doing this, and obviously let them know you're going to be doing that so you don't catch them off guard that you're snapping a thing. Another one is to count their breaths. If they're not already doing their breathing technique, have them count it. And one thing that works really well is doing this for 2 minutes, and actually have them look at a clock. If they're at a time in their labor where they can do this, watch the second hand on their watch, or else if there's a clock in the room, and for 2 minutes, and having them counting their breaths and breathing into an odd number, breathing out to an even number, or either way. So you're breathing in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, breathing out 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and have them watch that second hand go around twice. In doing that, they've concentrated so hard in counting and watching the second hand go around twice that normally stops a panic attack or else an anxiety attack. So those are things that can really help you with that. Because so many women do suffer from panic attacks, and more women than men, and the reason why they believe this is true is that most men a lot of times self-medicate with alcohol or other things, and women don't do that. That's their thinking. You can buy a lot of books on this. Probably be even more current is to go on the web and making sure you're going to real credible sites. I would go to the Mayo Clinic site. I would go, there was a real good site I found when I did it on Google, just a Google search, and Google had some good articles to do and to read and to find out the symptoms. They can get very cold, they can get very hot, you know how it is when you're rubbing effleurage on their arms. Sometimes that can all of a sudden feel really bad. Certain sounds could be terrifying, jumping, extremely heart racing. It feels like having a heart attack. Usually the first time someone has a panic attack, they think they are having a heart attack. And a lot of times they're treated for that way because it has all the symptoms as far as the way they're reacting and what they're feeling, having a hard time catching their breath, having a hard time breathing. So that's why it's also good, again, looking at the watch and doing that. Also, having a special place where you can talk about to them. A lot of times you can do this in the prenatal interview, and a lot of times you use this while you're in labor anyway to help them to relax. Let's talk about a special place. I live in Florida, so most people here, their special place is the Gulf of Mexico. We're on the Gulf side. We talk about the beach and the sand and the lapping of the water. We don't have large waves here. It might be them skiing somewhere. It could be riding a horse. It could be a room in their house, but something that's very calming for them. You've usually known what this is anyway in your interview to find out what their special places that you can talk about to relax them. Use that also. Think of where you feel very calm. When you're sitting at the beach with the sand between your toes and you're using all your senses and have them smell the sea air when you're doing your special place. I hope this has helped you. Do some research on this because eventually you will see this in a mom. One of our doulas here had a mom who had quite a few panic attacks at her birth this past week. So you're going to have this happen, and unfortunately it does. And it's something that you can't expect. You don't know what's going to happen. It just happens. So be aware of it. Be prepared for it. Have these little tools that you can keep very easily in your birth bag, and that way you can be able to help your mom if she happens to go into this, because it's a terrifying feeling when they do have it. To them, it's extremely real. It is real. Their heart is racing. They're hot. They're cold. They're terrified, and all the what ifs of what's going to happen to me. So this way you'll be able to show your mom that she is in a safe place with you, and you're able to help her during this time. I hope this has been a good help to you. Please do some research on it, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.